So my mission is that by the end of this video, you will know what asset correlation is, how to use it, why it's important, and basically a step-by-step method on how it can increase your win rate. So if that's what you have come for, make sure to watch the whole video, as it's going to be very valuable, and you need to watch it step-by-step to actually understand and watch it as many times as you want. So let's get right into it. So what is asset correlation and how has it helped me and how can it help you? Okay. I'm just going to tell you from my experience how it's helped me and how that can, help you, how you can use it. So asset correlation, what is it in simple terms? So asset correlation in simple terms is where basically assessing the strengths and weaknesses of one currency pair. And with that conclusion, if it's bullish or bearish, we're going to make a decision on which currency pair to trade. So in this example, what we're going to go through is the main pair we're going to be looking at is Euro GBP. And that is going to determine whether we're going to be trading Euro USD or GBP USD. And this is what I use on a day-to-day basis on my trade recaps. I'm literally going over this. I always start with Euro GBP. But you might be asking, okay, so now if I determine a bias on Euro GBP, how does that work into determining whether I need to trade Euro USD or GBP USD cable? So that is what I'm going to show you in this whiteboard right here. So the first example is that Euro GBP is bearish. Now, if Euro GBP is bearish, that's indicating to me that out of Euro, and the Great British Pound, Euro is the weaker pair, or the weaker currency, sorry. Euro is weaker than the pound. Now, what does that tell me? If Euro is weaker than the pound, well, that leads to Euro, the currency, is weaker. Therefore, the pound is stronger. Okay, Euro is weaker, pound is stronger. So if Euro is weaker and pound is stronger, what is the logical conclusion from this? In my opinion, it means that Euro sells and GBP buys. Okay, you want to buy the stronger currency, you want to sell the weaker currency. That makes sense. It makes logical sense. So our high probability conditions in scenario A, where Euro GBP was bearish from our daily bias, the high probability conditions will be Euro USD sells and GBP USD buys. Now, if you trade Asian session, high and low, power of 3, very simple strategy, then in this case, you look for Euro USD Asian high to be taken out, and you look for Asian low of GBP USD to be taken out, okay? Now, scenario 2, what if, you might be asking, if Euro GBP is bullish? Now, if Euro GBP is bullish, therefore, Euro is stronger, okay? First pair, the first currency is bullish. So Euro is stronger, therefore pound is weaker. GBP weaker, okay? So Euro stronger, pound weaker. What does that lead to? What's the natural conclusion you would assume? Euro sells, pound buys, okay? Sorry, Euro buys, pound sells, okay? Euro GBP is bullish, which means Euro is going up, GBP is the weaker one, so GBP down. So our high probability conditions are Euro USD buys and GBP USD sells. Now, this is very simple. So these are our high probability conditions. Now, obviously, you can come back to me and say that, Arjun, on one day, Euro GBP was bullish. However, Euro actually had a perfect sell model and GBP had a sell model too, which was a loss. Now, these things happen. Trading isn't a perfect science. So not everything I'm telling you is going to work 100% of the time. But will it boost your win rate? 100%. Will you take better wins? 100%. Will you take losses, or will you avoid losses that you would have taken before because you didn't know which pair was the right one to sell or the right one to buy? 100%. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can actually go and back test it yourself, okay? I'm just giving you the foundation of what you can use to further your bias into either selling or buying whichever currency pair you're trading. So next thing we need to move on to is, why do we bother doing this? Why do we bother doing this, and how does it increase our win rate? So here's an example I've got for you. Now, if Euro GBP is bearish, we already know from the examples above that Euro USD sells are better than GBP USD sells, okay? Because Euro is weaker, so you want to sell the weaker currency. But what if in this case, the Euro USD sell opportunity occurs and GBP USD sell opportunity occurs? Now, this is where currency correlation comes into play, and this is where the win rate actually gets increased, because this is more likely to result in a win, and this is more likely to result in a loss, okay? Now, what that does is it increases your win rate. You're literally taking better trades. You're avoiding a loss on the sell, even though the sell model's there, and you're winning on the sell here. Why? Because you have the backing of a high time frame, number one, obviously, and also Euro GBP on asset correlation. You know from this that Euro is the better one to sell because this currency pair is bearish. So if you know this is better to sell, then you're always going to be looking for sell opportunities on Euro USD rather than GBP USD. Now that is very simple, and this is how it's going to increase your win rate and avoid you from taking silly losses and better wins. Now, you might be wondering, so how do we determine if Euro GBP is bearish or bullish or bearish, okay? Because that's the thing that starts everything off. We need to work out if this is bearish or bullish. Now, I don't want to waste that much time of yours, and we don't have that much time. I don't want to have an hour-long video. So make sure to check out this video in the middle of the screen somewhere, which is how to calculate your daily bias. Now, if you can take this how to calculate your daily bias and apply it to Euro GBP on the daily chart, bam, you've got your daily bias. You've got a way of figuring out the daily bias. And then all you have to do is look at my trade recaps, entry models to figure out which model to take, either on GBP USD or Euro USD. But if you want to look at this and how to determine this, then make sure to check that video out, okay? I think I've spoken enough. I'm literally stuttering now. So happy trading, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. If there are any trade recaps during the week, I will be uploading them onto the channel, and stay tuned for the Saturday videos where I document my experiences or some information like this, whatever you ask for in the comments down below. So that's it for me. Happy trading, stay safe. See you in the next one.